starting the event shortly. And a gentle reminder to keep your phones and electronic devices on silent to avoid interruptions during the program. Thank you. Distinguished guests, honored awardees, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all. It is an absolute honor to welcome you all to this distinguished event. As we mark 99 years of existence, we pause to celebrate the incredible journey that has shaped who we are today. Let us remember the wise words of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who said, "When you go out into the world, aim to leave a footprint that others can follow." For nearly a century, the founders of PSG and Sons Charities Trust and the generations that followed have dedicated themselves to its mission, growing, evolving, and making a lasting impact in the communities they serve. This legacy was set in motion by the pioneering spirit of Sri P.S. Govindaswamy Naidu and his 4 sons, who bravely challenged societal norms to create a place of learning and belonging for all through the Sarvajana School established in 1924. This day is a testament to the resilience, vision, and hard work of all those who have been a part of the vision of PSG.
A simple vision to serve the society has transformed into a remarkable legacy spanning nearly a century. Today, with immense privilege and honor, we welcome you all to the 99th Founders' Day celebrations of PSG and Sons Charities. I am Dr. K.P. Radhika, Assistant Professor at PSG College of Technology, and I am joined by Dr. Shaina Sheen, Professor at PSG College of Technology, and we are pleased to host today's function. Together, we'll guide you through this memorable occasion as we pay tribute to the visionaries of PSG.
Sri P.S. Govindaswamy Naidu, honored as a man of remarkable vision, unwavering faith, and unyielding integrity, the revered figure known affectionately as PSG has established himself as a living legend in Pilamedu, Coimbatore. His profound aspirations were brought to realization by his 4 sons, who in recognition of his values founded the PSG and Sons Charities Trust on January 25, 1926. In an act of selfless generosity, the 4 brothers chose to partition their inherited ancestral properties, setting aside 1/5 of their share to create a charitable entity. This noble decision effectively established a new sibling in their family, the 5th brother, that is the PSG and Sons Charities Trust, which would become the cornerstone of their philanthropic vision. For almost a century, the legacy of the PSG institutions has been carried forward through generations, each one strengthening the foundation laid by its visionary founder, Sri P.S. Govindaswamy Naidu. Dedicated wholeheartedly to the advancement of education, training, industry, healthcare, and social upliftment, the Trust continues to carry forward the legacy of service and empowerment, shaping the future for generations to come. Let us witness this remarkable journey of PSG and Sons Charities through a video presentation.
PSG from Coimbatore stands as a legacy that has shaped the landscape of education, healthcare, business and philanthropy for nearly a century. The remarkable saga began on November 11th, 1711, when Sri Ganga Naidu, the forefather of the PSG family, founded a settlement on a prominent mound, known as Mede in Tamil. The region, abundant with pulai flowers, was named Pulai Mede, which gradually evolved into the present-day Pilamede. The seeds of philanthropy planted by Sri Ganga Naidu were nurtured by his descendants. Among them, his great-grandson, Sri P.S. Govindaswamy Naidu, emerged as a visionary, committed to charitable causes. Sri P.S. Govindaswamy Naidu gave Coimbatore its four illustrious sons, Sri Venkataswamy Naidu, Sri Rangaswamy Naidu, Sri Ganga Naidu, and Sri Narayanaswamy Naidu. Seeing the need for a school in Pilamede, the brothers established the Sarvajana High School on June 4, 1924. The name Sarvajana, meaning for all humanity, embodied their mission: education that transcended social barriers, making knowledge accessible to everyone, regardless of social or economic background. In September 1926, Nobel laureate Sri Rabindranath Tagore visited the school and sang Jana Gana Mana at the assembly long before it became the national anthem. Celebrating 100 years in 2024, Sarvajana Higher Secondary School proudly reflects on its legacy. To mark this milestone, the Department of Posts released a special cover and My Stamp, honoring the school's remarkable journey. As the four brothers inherited the wealth of their forefathers, they took a vow that would define their legacy. From the wealth we have inherited, in the name and memory of our ancestors, we four brothers set aside Rs 2,01,116 worth of property voluntarily and with mutual consent. Thus was born the fifth brother, the PSG and Sons Charities Trust in 1926. From humble beginnings, the trust flourished over the decades. Sri Rangaswamy Naidu, the first managing trustee, led the trust with unwavering dedication. Following him, several distinguished leaders took up the mantle, including Sri Ganga Naidu, Sri G.R. Govindarajalu, Sri G.R. Damodaran, Sri G. Varadaraj, Sri G.R. Karthikeyan, Shri V. Rajan and Shri G. Rangaswamy. Today, the Trust continues its impactful work under the stellar leadership of Shri L. Gopalakrishnan. In 1926, the PSG Industrial Institute was founded. Marking a pioneering step in bridging industry and academia. The institute played a crucial role during World War II as a training center and holds the distinction of manufacturing the country's first centrifugal pump and electric motor. Established in 1939, PSG Polytechnic College has played a pivotal role in equipping students with technical skills that have significantly contributed to Coimbator's industrial growth. The Trust further strengthened its commitment to education by establishing a primary school in Vedapatti in 1941 and one in Pilamede in 1943, nurturing young minds. The year 1947 was a milestone for both India and PSG, symbolizing the dawn of independence for the nation and the establishment of PSG College of Arts and Science. The college, in 1978, became one of the first institutions in India to attain autonomy. Today, it stands as a beacon of academic excellence, earning the prestigious Education Excellence Award from the Global Education and Careers Forum. In 1951, PSG and Sons Charities Trust celebrated its Silver Jubilee with the creation of yet another academic landmark, the PSG College of Technology. Renowned globally for its academic rigor, the college continues to offer students international exposure through collaborations with prestigious universities worldwide. The faculty, placements, and alumni success stories are a testament to the institution's outstanding reputation. In the subsequent decades, the Trust expanded its vision to include rural healthcare centers and a metallurgy and foundry division. In 1985, the PSG Institute of Medical Sciences and Research was established during the Diamond Jubilee of the Trust, with a vision to impart medical education and provide health for all. The institute enjoys a reputation for producing some of the finest healthcare professionals. PSG Hospitals, established in 1989, is a teaching affiliate of the PSG Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. This affiliation allowed the Trust to provide affordable healthcare to the needy and offered medical students an excellent opportunity to understand the healthcare needs of the masses. In 2019, PSG Hospitals saw a significant expansion with the addition of the B Block. The PSG Institute of Oncology, established in the year 2020, has become one of the leading cancer care centers in the state, offering advanced diagnostics and treatment. It achieved a major milestone by installing the country's first Accuray Gradis Act X9 tomotherapy system, revolutionizing cancer care with cutting-edge technology. In November 2024, the hospital celebrated 35 years of serving the healthcare community with unwavering dedication. Further, the hospital received the prestigious Award of Appreciation from the Government of Tamil Nadu for its outstanding performance in heart transplantation for the year 2023-24. PSG Hospitals further received the Best Green Environment Friendly Hospital Award for the rest of Tamil Nadu region at CII's Tamil Nadu Healthcare Excellence Honours 2024. PSG Hospitals also launched a modular smart operation theatre complex, a state-of-the-art facility equipped with advanced surgical robots, 4K 3D laparoscopy and endoscopy systems to improve surgical outcomes, setting new benchmarks in medical excellence. The PSG Institute of Health Sciences, including the PSG College of Nursing, established in 1994, the PSG College of Physiotherapy in 1999, the PSG College of Pharmacy in 2001, and the PSG College of Allied Health Sciences in 2011 have been instrumental in shaping skilled healthcare professionals. Recognizing the need for business and management professionals in the economic liberalization era, the PSG Institute of Management was established in 1994. Today, it is one of the premier management institutes in the region, collaborating with globally renowned institutions and preparing the next generation of business leaders. PSG Science and Technology Entrepreneurial Park, PSG STEP, established in 1998, fosters innovation by providing infrastructure, mentorship, and resources to aspiring entrepreneurs. In 2002, the Trust established the PSG Public Schools, followed by PSG High School at Vedapatti in 2005. In an age when the future of science and technology relies on innovation, establishing dedicated research centers has become crucial. Recognizing this need, PSG and Sons Charities established the PSG Institute of Advanced Studies in 2006. Offering PhD and MPhil programs, PSG IAS is committed to advancing high-quality research in specialized fields like nanotechnology, biotechnology, and energy materials. The institute also collaborates with top international universities, providing unique opportunities for global learning through credit transfer programs. Building on its legacy of educational excellence, the Trust founded the PSG Matriculation School in 2009. In 2014, PSG and Sons Charities expanded its educational offerings by establishing the PSG Institute of Technology and Applied Research. The institute caters to specific engineering disciplines, focusing on learning, industry engagement of students, and ethics. The PSG Software Technologies, established in 2017, focuses on innovation and customer-centric solutions. Established in 2021 with the goal of achieving excellence in architectural education, the PSG Institute of Architecture and Planning's pedagogy goes beyond building aesthetics. It focuses on creating thoughtful spaces with sense, soul, and character. The PSG Convention Center, inaugurated in 2022, embodies the Trust's forward-thinking vision. Its modern architecture and multi-level facilities make it an ideal venue for conferences, exhibitions, and cultural events. The pillarless main auditorium, with a seating capacity of over 1,500, further enhances its ability to host large-scale events. Designed to bring people together, this state-of-the-art center will serve as a hub for innovation and knowledge sharing for generations to come. The Trust went on to establish research centers, vocational training, textile institutes, and urban health centers. Beyond education and healthcare, PSG and Sons Charities extends its mission to community welfare and environmental stewardship. The trust runs a Manavar Illam, established in 1995, a home for orphaned and destitute boys who are provided free primary and higher education at the Sarvajana School and PSG Institutes. Another significant initiative is Vishnu Granthi, founded in 2013, a home for children with special needs, where they receive loving care and specialized education. Students of PSG institutions participate in several cleanup campaigns and afforestation drives. The PSG campuses are environment-friendly zones that set fine examples for the future generations to follow. For 99 years, the PSG and Sons Charities Trust has persevered in its commitment to selfless service, facing winds of change yet remaining true to its founding vision. Let there be charity so that others can share my family's prosperity. Built upon the generosity of four brothers, arising from their father's vision to put community before self, PSG and Sons Charities now empowers over 5 lakh students, enriching society through 30 eminent institutes as it marches towards its centennial milestone. This is the PSG legacy.
May I now invite the dignitaries onto the dais. It is my privilege to acknowledge the presence of a distinguished personality, our chief guest for the day, Sri C. Vijay Kumar, CEO and Managing Director of HCL Tech, our esteemed awardees, Dr. M.R. Rajagopal, Director of Trivandrum Institute of Palliative Sciences and Chairman Emeritus Pallium India, Dr. Randeep Guleria, Chairman, Institute of Internal Medicine, Respiratory and Sleep Medicine, Medanta Medical School, and former Director of AIMS, New Delhi, and Professor Jayant Ramaswamy Haritsa, HAG Professor, Department of Computational and Data Sciences, IISc Bengaluru.
Let there be charity so that others can share my family's prosperity. The words of the founders of PSG and Sons Charities reflect the essence of the Tirukkural. Kudiseival ennum oruvarku Deivam madithatru thanmundurum, which states, those who earn to serve the society with integrity and contribute to the welfare of others will always be blessed by God and nature. By transforming their family's property into a resource for establishing educational institutions, PSG and Sons Charities invests in the future of individuals and fosters societal progress. On this day, as we celebrate the philanthropy and the foresight of our founders, we invoke their blessings and the blessings of the Almighty. To commemorate this, our students of the Department of Carnatic Music at PSG College of Arts and Science, Ms. Swati Kailasnath and Ms. Deepika T.R. will render a kriti by the great Saint Tyagaraja titled Entaro Mahanubavulu. In this song, Saint Tyagaraja expresses reverence for the great souls, acknowledging their selfless service to society and their unwavering devotion to God. I also wish to inform with great pride and honor that this team of talented students were given an exclusive performance slot at the recent Tyagaraja Aradhana festival held in Tiruvayar on 17th January 2025, a testament to their dedication and skill. I now invite Ms. Swati and Deepika to sing the song. To formally extend a warm welcome to all, I now invite Dr. T.M. Subbarao, Principal, PSG Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and privilege to welcome each one of you to this momentous occasion, the 99th Founders' Day celebration of PSG and Sons Charities, a public charitable trust that has been the beacon of education, skilling, socio-cultural upliftment, and vocational training in this region for nearly a century. Today, we gather to honor not only the vision of our founders, but also the remarkable individuals whose contributions to society and academia have exemplified the ideals that the PSG and Sons Charities hold so dear. At the outset, let me extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Shri C. Vijayakumar, CEO and Managing Director of HCL Technologies. Shri Vijayakumar, your exemplary leadership in steering HCL Tech to global prominence has inspired many, and we are truly honored to have you with us today to share your valuable insights. I welcome you, Dr. Vijayakumar. We are privileged to recognize and celebrate the achievements of three luminaries who have made outstanding contributions in their respective fields. Firstly, Dr. M.R. Rajagopal, Chairman Emeritus of Pallium India and Director of the Trivandrum Institute of Palliative Sciences, is a pioneer and tireless advocate for palliative care in India, whose compassionate service has brought dignity and solace to countless lives. Dr. Rajagopal, you inspire us all, and we are very proud to honor you with the PSG Vishwa Seva Ratna Award. Hearty welcome to you, sir. Now, we extend our heartfelt welcome and congratulations to Dr. Randeep Guleria, Head of Education and Senior Consultant at Medanta Hospital and the former Director of the prestigious All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Delhi, for his immense contributions to medical education and public health. Your tireless efforts in advancing healthcare delivery and medical education have left an indelible mark on society, and we are delighted to present you with the PSG Vishwagyan Ratna Award. We welcome you, Dr. Randeep Guleria. We also recognize the exemplary work of Professor Jayant Ramaswamy Haritsa, the HAG professor at the Departments of Computational Sciences and Data Sciences and the Department of Computer Science and Automation at the Indian Institute of Bengaluru. Professor Haritsa, your groundbreaking research and contributions to computational sciences have expanded the frontiers of knowledge, making you deserving of the PSG Vishwagyana Ratna Award. We welcome you, sir. A special welcome to Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, our Managing Trustee, whose unwavering leadership and vision continues to propel PSG and Sons charities to greater heights. Your dedication to realizing the founder's vision inspires you all. Welcome, sir. We also welcome our gratitude Sri G.R. Karthikeyan, Chairman of the PSG and Sons Charities Board, for his stewardship and commitment to the Trust's mission. Your guidance and vision are instrumental in shaping the future of PSG institutions. We welcome you, sir. At this moment, I take great pleasure and honor to welcome the members of the PSG and Sons Trust Board Charity and members of the PSG family. We welcome you all. Your steadfast support and involvement are the cornerstone of our continued success. A warm welcome to Dr. Prakasan, Principal College of Technology, PSG College of Technology, who will be delivering the vote of thanks today. To the heads of institutions, administrators, faculty and staff of the various institutions run by the PSG and Sons Charities, we thank you all for your tireless efforts in upholding the values and mission of our founders. We welcome you all. We also warmly welcome the friends, relative and media personnel who have joined us on this special day. Your presence adds joy and meaning to our celebration. As we celebrate the 99th Founders Day, let us take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey of the PSG and Sons Charities, built on the vision of empowering communities through education and service. Let us reaffirm our commitment to these ideals as we look forward to a future filled with possibilities and promise. Once again, a warm welcome to one and all assembled here. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sri L. Gopalakrishnan, Managing Trustee of PSG and Sons Charities, is a visionary leader who has skillfully built upon the strength of his legacy while embracing innovation and new ideas to drive progress. He has played a pivotal role in developing some of the finest infrastructure for PSG institutions, ensuring they remain at the forefront of excellence in education and innovation. May I request you, sir, to give the presidential address.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, alumni, faculty members, and dear students, a very good morning to all of you. It is with immense pride and gratitude that I stand before you today as we celebrate our Founders' Day, a momentous occasion to honor our rich legacy and look forward to an inspiring future. Most people today are astonished to learn that back in 1924, the visionary PSG family pioneered education in Coimbatore by establishing Sarvajana School. The name Sarvajana itself means for all, a commitment to making education accessible to everyone. What remarkable foresight this was 100 years ago. In 1926, the four PSG brothers further demonstrated their extraordinary vision by founding the PSG and Sons Charities Trust. This trust, often referred to as the fifth brother, was born from their decision to partition the family's ancestral properties into 5 parts, dedicating one exclusively to charitable purposes. The transformation of Coimbatore into an industrial and entrepreneurial hub owes much to the visionary drive of the PSG founders. Over the decades, PSG and Sons Charities has established a wide array of institutions spanning diverse disciplines. Today, the fifth brother encompasses around 30 institutions, nurturing over 35,000 students annually. Looking ahead, the management of PSG has proposed the establishment of a world-class international school, PSG World School, to be located close to PSG College of Arts and Science on the road leading to the airport. As we embark on this exciting venture, we remain forward-looking, disciplined in our pursuit of excellence, inclusive in our approach with integrity. While education has always been the cornerstone of PSG and Sons Charities, our mission extends beyond academics to address the social needs of our community. In 1995, we launched Manavar Illam, a home for boys from underprivileged backgrounds, either single parent or no parent, from lower class of the society. We now have about 230 students studying in various institutions, schools and colleges who are being supported by the Manavar Illam. In 2013, we took another significant step with the establishment of Vishnu Kranti, an initiative that provides life education to children with special needs, helping them lead meaningful and fulfilling lives. Our greatest asset, however, is our vast network of alumni, thousands of accomplished individuals spread across the globe. They continue to remain connected to their alma mater, taking immense pride in being part of the PSG family. Every year on Founders Day, we invite an outstanding alumnus as our chief guest. This year, we are honored to welcome Mr. Vijay Kumar, CEO and Managing Director of HCL Technologies, as our chief guest. PSG and Sons Charities takes immense pleasure in your accomplishments. Thank you, Mr. Vijay Kumar, for your time and support. Welcome to PSG. At this point, I would like to thank Mr. Vijay Mohan, who was instrumental in inviting Mr. Vijay Kumar for today's function. Mr. Vijay Kumar is traveling to Europe. He lives in US. He's traveling to Europe, and he's taken time out to visit us and then go back to the United States. PSG has always placed a strong emphasis on both knowledge and service, and during the Founders Day celebrations, eminent achievers are honored with PSG Seva Ratna Award and PSG Jnana Ratna Award. This year, Dr. M.R. Rajagopal will receive the PSG Seva Ratna Award for his unparalleled contribution to social service. Dr. Randeep Guleria and Dr. Jayant R. Harista will be honored with the PSG Jnana Ratna Award for their outstanding contributions in the field of medicine and computer science, respectively. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I extend a heartfelt gratitude to these luminaries for gracing the occasion and accepting the recognition in person. This occasion allows us to reflect on 99 years of growth, greatness and collective aspiration by all of us. It is a moment to celebrate all that we have accomplished together and to set our sights on an even brighter future. As we all know, success is never final. It is a journey, not a destination. The PSG management acknowledges the invaluable contributions of every individual here today, faculty, staff, students, and alumni alike. Together, let us honor the vision of our founders by nurturing an environment of learning, innovation, and inclusive growth. By doing so, we can ensure that PSG institutions continue to thrive and inspire generations to come. As I conclude, I am reminded of the profound words of Aristotle. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the widest choice among many alternates. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Our centenary year begins tomorrow. As we embark on this historic milestone, we embrace the responsibilities and challenges ahead with commitment, dedication, and your unwavering support. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Today, we are privileged to be in the presence of a luminary who has significantly shaped the global technology landscape. Sri C. Vijay Kumar is a distinguished leader in the international technology arena, renowned for his strategic vision and transformative leadership. As the CEO and Managing Director of HCL Tech, Sri Vijay Kumar leads over 220,000 professionals across 60 countries. He has been instrumental in steering the company's strategy to leverage disruptive technologies such as digitalization, cloud, Internet of Things, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. He has also played a key role in building a new portfolio of products and platforms which has grown into a billion-dollar business unit. Sri Vijay Kumar's nearly 30-year journey with HCL Tech includes being part of the team behind India's first automated trading network at the National Stock Exchange. As president of HCL Tech's infrastructure services business, he drove significant growth and market leadership. He was also a founding member of HCL Comnet, the company's wholly owned subsidiary, and pioneered the remote infrastructure management concept, which is today a multi-billion-dollar global industry. He is a member of the World Economic Forum's IT governors community, a board member of US-India Business Council, a member of the Wall Street Journal's CEO Council, and a UN Women He-for-She champion. Deeply committed to advancing the company's environmental, social, and governance initiative, his efforts have positioned HCL Tech as an ESG leader in software and services industry in the MSCI ESG ratings. His exceptional leadership has garnered widespread acclaim, including being ranked #1 Best CEO in the Institutional Investors Asia Executive Team Survey in 2024, named Best CEO of the Year by Business Today in the IT/ITES sector, awarded Best CEO in IT Services Super Large by Fortune India, and named one of the top 10 disruptive CEOs by the industry analyst group HFS. Under his guidance, HCL Tech continues to thrive and expand, solidifying its position as a leader in the global IT services market. PSG is also proud to call him one of our own, as he holds a degree in electrical and electronics engineering from PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore. May I now request Sri Vijay Kumar to address the gathering.
Good morning, and thank you for that very, very generous introduction. Dr. M.R. Rajagopal, Dr. Randeep Guleria, Professor Jayant Ramaswamy Arista, who are being honored today in recognition of their outstanding services. Chairman, Mr. G.R. Karthikeyan, Managing Trustee, Mr. L. Gopalakrishnan, distinguished alumni, Mr. Vijay Mohan, founder of Precall, and there are many distinguished alumni like Mr. A.R. Vardarajan, Mr. Durai, distinguished invitees to this function, distinguished faculty and students of the various institutions administered by PSG and Sons Charities. A very good morning and a very good day to all of you. I am honored to be here amongst all of you today and very thankful for the opportunity to be here at the 99th Founders Day celebration of PSG and Son Charities. I graduated from PSG Tech in 1990 with an electrical and electronics engineering degree. It's very nostalgic to be here at PSG today. This year, like many years in the past, I had the opportunity to attend the World Economic Forum's annual meeting at Davos in Switzerland. And just winding up the conference, I got on a plane to come here. I was just thinking of coming here, and in retrospection of what I left behind in the World Economic Forum conference and where I was headed, drawings, comparisons, and parallels. At World Economic Forum in Davos, there was congregation of head of states, head of nations, numerous business leaders, cream de la cream of education, scientists, activists, and celebrities. All of them this time debating, strategizing, showcasing, and ideating on a number of topics. And the most popular topic was artificial intelligence. How do we as humanity benefit from AI in a responsible manner? How do we use AI to find solutions to some of the most difficult problems, like curing cancer? How do we teach machines? How do we make them learn? That's World Economic Forum. And here is a family who over 99 years, spanning multiple generations, has created an expansive educational ecosystem. Yes, I call it an ecosystem because what the PSG and Sons charity has accomplished is not just giving students an opportunity to learn and create a foundation on which they can realize their aspirations, but has created an ecosystem of higher education options and businesses that bring opportunities and an improved quality of life. It takes tremendous vision, passion, perseverance to define a purpose and follow through over many generations. PSG is a legacy of Coimbatore and is well entrenched in the minds of the citizens of Coimbatore. Alumni of PSG are all over the world, with several very distinguished alumni who contributed immensely to making the world a better place. Most notable among them is Mr. Shiv Nadar, founder of HCL, who's consistently the #1 position in the Hurons philanthropy list. So the charity which started here, it is multiplied exponentially with so many alumni, becoming one of the most highest contributing philanthropists in the country. I am very fortunate to be associated with him and leading HCL Tech over the last many years. Coimbatore has a unique place in the world and is well known for entrepreneurship and highly enterprising people. For this, a big credit goes to PSG and Sons and the numerous institutions that PSG and Sons have built and nurtured over the last 99 years. I'm sure most of you here would be aware of the history, and it was very nicely captured by the video, and it was also mentioned in the initial address. I'm glad that Charities has recently started the program to initiate awards for excellence in recognition of persons who have rendered phenomenal service to the society under the name of PSG Vishwa Seva Ratna, and to those who contributed to the creation and dissemination of knowledge under the name PSG Vishwa Jnana Ratna. We have amongst us Dr. M.R. Rajagopal, who is a very eminent physician, widely regarded as the father of palliative care in India. What is palliative care? A lot of people do not really understand what palliative care is. If you have a critical illness that cannot be cured, palliative care makes you as comfortable as possible by managing your pain and other distressing symptoms. The value of Dr. Rajagopal's work can be best understood only if I narrate a situation. All of us will die one day. Just imagine if you have an incurable disease and you are in the last month of your life. What would you want to do? You will not think about your wealth, possessions, awards, recognitions, etc. You simply want to be free from pain. You want to be comfortable in a dignified ambience, and you want love and affection. And you also want to be able to share love and emotion with people around you. Dr. Rajagopal has dedicated his life to this field by creating awareness, pushing for changes in the healthcare systems, and most importantly, relentlessly working towards bringing a human element in the treatment of critical diseases and advocating for humanity in healthcare. We are blessed to have such a noble person amongst us today. We have another very eminent doctor with us, Dr. Randeep Guleria. Dr. Randeep Guleria exemplifies excellence in pulmonology through his academic achievements, pioneering work in respiratory medicine, and commitment to advancing healthcare standards in India. He is among the topmost doctors in addressing respiratory health challenges both nationally and globally. He continues to influence public health policy and medical education through his personal leadership and ongoing research initiatives. Dr. Randeep Guleria played a pivotal role in India's response to COVID-19 pandemic, leveraging his expertise as a pulmonologist and his position as the director of All India Institute of Medical Sciences. During COVID-19, he provided a very valuable and a critical insight into the understanding of the COVID virus, emphasizing that it affects not only the respiratory system, but also has vascular implications, including complications such as blood clots. I'm sure his work during COVID is very well understood, and he saved numerous lives by all his contributions. I want to express my sincere gratitude to Dr. M.R. Rajagopal and Dr. Randeep Guleria for their selfless service to humanity, and I wish them the very best in their personal life as well as their continued journey to make the world a better place. We also have with us Professor Jayant Ramaswamy Harista. Professor Harista is a distinguished Indian computer scientist renowned for his pioneering contributions in the field of database systems. As a senior professor at Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, he has significantly advanced both the theoretical and practical aspects of database design and optimization. His efforts have led to breakthroughs that address long-standing challenges within the international database community. His contribution extends beyond traditional database systems, impacting fields like machine learning and artificial intelligence. By improving how databases handle queries, his work facilitates better data management practices that are essential for training the AI models. Efficient query processing allows for faster data retrieval, which is critical when feeding very large data sets into machine learning algorithms. I would like to wish Professor Jayant Ramaswamy Harista the very best on his personal front as well as for his ongoing professional work. One cannot talk about database and machine learning without highlighting the significance of them to artificial intelligence. And here, especially the impact of AI and generative AI on education. How do we harness the power of this technology, artificial intelligence, for the betterment of humanity? While the world is ideating and innovating to make machines more intelligent, more human, I believe we should be thinking about our future from one more perspective. How do we equip students to learn, grow, and flourish in a world evolving with artificial intelligence? There is a well-known Chinese saying, "Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime." This, I believe, is even more relevant in the field of education. How do we make our students, I say students because I believe each and every one of us is a student all our lives. Lifelong learning is key to remain relevant in this world, which is evolving technologically very fast. How do we nurture our natural curiosity, a trait we are born with and often lose along the way? We need to teach students to learn by staying curious, by being fearless of failure in the pursuit of curiosity, building connections between thoughts, ideas, and solutions, and being empathetic towards fellow human beings. We need our students to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Our education system and AI need not be mutually exclusive or confrontational. While we as a human race have progressed so much, we have internally built or inherently evolved a number of flaws and shortfalls in the education system. For example, quality education is still not ubiquitously available. The distance between the teacher and student, though reducing, still has ways to go. The best teachers are overworked and burnt out. Can we level the playing field for students
in terms of access to education, leveraging AI and generative AI. Let AI get better at solving problems, while we humans, we will have to be better at the problem definitions. We can do this by defining problems in creative ways and have AI propose solutions that are not feasible today. Our educational landscape is transforming. AI technologies are reshaping the landscape across various levels, from middle and high school to advanced research programs. Few key areas where AI and generative AI are making significant contributions include offering students personalized education tailored to the strengths and the weaknesses of each student. Virtual tutors are providing assistance and supplementary education. Imagine assessments with an immediate and relevant feedback. It will be very motivating for the student to learn and excel. There are tools that enable research through immense data analysis, which was unimaginable before. We, however, need to be cautious. This is not a utopian future. There are concerns and challenges around data privacy and security. We've heard about a lot of biases in the algorithms. Technology is still inaccessible to many. It's very prohibitively expensive, among other things. Many generative AI models are trained using Western data. This is quite detrimental to rest of the world. As the education and learning sector adapts to generative AI, experts and educators also highlight the need for a longer-term strategy for AI in education that is future-proofed to keep pace with the evolving nature of this technology. I'm sure this is applicable for iconic educational institutions within the PSG and Sons charity. All of this is worth debating. Like I said earlier, let's put our mind together to define the problem. I would like to conclude by commending the 9 managing trustees who, over a long period of time, have really nurtured the values of the PSG and Sons charity. All the 9 managing trustees till date, along with the other trustees, have kept Sri P.S. Govindaswamy Naidu's vision alive and have in turn enhanced it more and more to serve the society in numerous ways. I would request all of you to arise and give a standing ovation to the PSG and Sons charities, please. Thank you, and thank you everyone for being here and participating in this occasion. Once again, I'm very grateful and extend my heartfelt thanks to PSG and Sons Charities and Mr. Vijay Mohan, who took a personal interest to get me here. I'm really feeling privileged, and thank you everyone for this opportunity.
Thank you. An effort you took to share your thoughts and experiences with us, and we hope you can join us again. May I request our Managing Trustee to present a memento as a token of our appreciation to the Chief Guest, Sri C. Vijay Kumar.
Let me draw inspiration from the words of Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and dignitaries, PSG takes immense pride in celebrating exceptional achievements by honoring individuals through 2 prestigious awards, the PSG Vishwa Seva Ratna and the PSG Vishwa Jnana Ratna. These awards recognize extraordinary contributions to humanity and the pursuit of knowledge, reflecting the core values that PSG cherishes and upholds. It's my honor to announce the recipient of the PSG Vishwa Seva Ratna Award for this year. This accolade celebrates individuals whose selfless service and unparalleled dedication have made a profound impact on society, embodying the very spirit of service above self. And today, we are privileged to present this prestigious honor to none other than Dr. M.R. Rajagopal, regarded as the father of palliative care in India, for his transformative contributions to the field. He earned his MBBS degree from Kerala University, followed by an MD in anesthesiology. Dr. Rajagopal is the founder chairman of Pallium India, a pioneering non-governmental organization established in 2003 in Kerala with the mission of promoting and providing palliative care across India. Under his leadership, the organization has successfully established palliative care centers and palliative care services to several states, including remote areas where such care was previously unavailable. His tireless advocacy played a key role in the creation of the National Program for Palliative Care by the Ministry of Health, Government of India. He was also instrumental in advocating for the amendment of the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act in 2014, which significantly improved access to pain relief medications for patients in need. In recognition of his unparalleled contributions to palliative care, Dr. Rajagopal was honored with the prestigious Padma Shri by the Government of India in 2018, a testament to his lifelong dedication to serving humanity. His remarkable work also earned him nominations for the Nobel Peace Prize in both 2018 and 2023, further solidifying his global impact in the field of healthcare and compassion. A documentary on his life and work, Hippocratic, 18 Experiments in Gently Shaking the World, produced by Moonshine Agency Australia, was released on World Palliative Care Day, October 14, 2017. In 2022, he published his memoir, Walk with the Weary, reflecting on the profound lessons he learned through his work with patients living with life-limiting illness. He also contributed to several reports by the Lancet Commission, including The Value of Death, published in 2022. Dr. Rajagopal currently serves as the director of the Trivandrum Institute of Palliative Sciences and as an adjunct professor at the Global Oncology Department of Queen's University, Kingston, Canada. Honoring his monumental contributions to this field, I now invite Dr. Sudha Ramalingam, Director of Research and Innovation at PSG Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, to read the scroll of honor for the PSG Vishwa Seva Ratna presented to Dr. M.R. Rajagopal, the father of Indian palliative care.
PSG and Sons Charities, Coimbatore, PSG Vishwa Seva Ratna awarded to Dr. M.R. Rajagopal, Director, Trivandrum Institute of Palliative Sciences, Founder and Chairman Emeritus, Pallium, India, for his outstanding contributions to the field of palliative care and being widely recognized as the father of palliative care in India, for dedicating his career to alleviating suffering and establishing the National Program for Palliative Care under the Ministry of Health, Government of India, for his advocacy that led to the amendment of the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act in 2014, transforming access to pain relief in the country, for founding Pallium India in 2003, a pioneering NGO advancing the cause of compassionate care, for being honored with the Padma Shri in 2018 and being nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize in 2018 and 2023, for his influential memoir, Walk with the Weary, and co-authoring landmark reports such as The Value of Death by the Lancet Commission, for his role in mentoring countless professionals and inspiring a global movement towards ethical and empathetic end-of-life care. Awarded on the occasion of the 99th Founders' Day on the 25th January 2025, signed by the Managing Trustee on behalf of the Board of Trustees.
I now request our Managing Trustee to honor the awardee with a shawl and the chief guest to present the award. I also request the awardee and our managing trustee to come forward. Thank you, sir. PSG proudly recognizes your extraordinary contributions to societal welfare and with heartfelt admiration. Now, we would like to hear from Dr. M.R. Rajagopal in response to the award.
Vanakkam. Let me start by paying my respect to the four gigantic figures, the brothers who adopted that beautiful sibling, Charity. Thank you all at PSG for this huge honor. Thank you, Dr. Balaji also. And Sri Vijay Kumar, thank you for all that your HCL Foundation does for humanity, including us. I'm going to talk about an elephant. There's a small poem by Terry Kettering. It goes something like this. There is an elephant in the room. This elephant was small when it got into the healthcare room. Then it started growing. It is large and squatting, so it is hard to get around it. We pretend not to notice it. Yet we squeeze by with "How are you?" and "I am fine," and 1,000 other forms of trivial chatter. We talk about the weather, we talk about work, we talk about everything else except the elephant in the healthcare room. This elephant that has got into the healthcare room and is growing is something that we pretend not to see. It's there. It is comfortable to pretend that it is not there. This elephant is the suffering, health-related suffering in our country. The suffering can be beyond one's imagination. Like one of my patients with a cancer in the tongue said that what he felt was like someone driving a nail into his ear and striking it with a hammer. The hammering goes on. I can't imagine that being done to me once. The numbers are staggering. In our country, somewhere near 7 to 10 million people, according to a 2017 Lancet Commission report, in India alone, 7 to 10 million are in serious health-related suffering. That suffering, according to the National Crime Records Bureau, drives around 30,000 to kill themselves every year because of that health-related suffering. That's what gets into the records. And what numbers do we have for the number of people, the majority, who do not have the strength to kill themselves anymore? We pretend not to see the elephant. We talk about the best technology in healthcare. We talk about robotic surgery. We talk about the latest innovations in the body, in scanning the body, in finding out minutest disease in organs, in the cells. We pretend not to see this elephant. You want an example? Uh, can you imagine? Just take a guess about the number of people who would be driven below poverty line by catastrophic health expenditure. Health, we have all learned, is physical, social and mental well-being. 2 generations back, I studied it in medical school. 2 generations later, today's medical student and nursing student and every healthcare student learns it in medical college and nursing college. But we do nothing about it. The numbers of health-related suffering is growing. The number of catastrophic health expenditure is growing. What kind of healthcare is that which drives 5.5 crores of Indians below poverty line every year? Is there any sense to it? India is among the worst 12 countries according to World Bank data, where catastrophic health expenditure is at its worst and growing. One more instance. Thank you for that introduction where you, for me, talked about the suffering at the end of life. Here is the growth of the elephant just in the last 25 years. Till the turn of the century, intensive care was for people with salvageable illnesses, where with minute-to-minute monitoring, any organ dysfunction can be diagnosed immediately and acted immediately so that the whole body can recover. But after the turn of the century, the reason we don't know. We don't know whether the growth of the elephant half a century back when it turned from healthcare service to healthcare industry, we don't know whether that's causative factor. But today, unless I am very careful to be very poor, if I have any money in the pocket, my eventual death is likely to be in a lonely intensive care unit, which is about 2 degrees colder than this room. I'll be shivering. I will not see any human beings around me. There will be only aliens wearing caps and masks, faceless creatures around me. When I am scared and I reach out for a hand to hold, there will be none. And if in my terror I try to pull a tube out, my hands and feet are tied. You don't do that even to the person who is sentenced to death by the highest court of India. They get more compassion. And in that position, I watch my own professor dying purely because she had loving daughters who were also doctors. When you are in that position, your dying process is stretched out over days and weeks and sometimes even months at great cost by a well-intentioned healthcare system. I know when I say this, I will make some people angry. But this is so vitally important for all of us at that time of our lives, when we are ready to say goodbye, when the most precious thing for each one of us, every one of us will die someday, and our loved ones will die someday. At that time, the most precious thing may be my grandchild's kiss on my cheek. I hope a hand will be there for me to hold when I am scared. I hope I will be able to say a final farewell to my wife Chandrika. I hope I will have the opportunity to tell her I am sorry for every time I hurt you. Thank you for being my partner. Those are the most important things, and every one of the important things will be stolen from me systematically, just as it happened to our former Prime Minister A.B. Vajpayee when he died after 7 years of living with dementia. some questions need to be asked. This doesn't happen in affluent countries. I have data, very recent data from Western European countries, where about 90%, 89.6% of patients in intensive care units, if the treatment is considered futile, are withdrawn from artificial life support and instead given palliative care. In our country, again recent data published by the famous Dr. Rajkumar Mani and colleagues show that more than 70% of such people, in contrast to the 10% there, die on artificial life support systems, their lives stretched out, their dying process stretched out to inflict suffering. Where is the sense of this? And now, according to 2023 Supreme Court, if I am to escape from that, I have to protect myself with a legally valid living will. This is the only way in which I can escape from my own colleagues who are supposed to do the best thing for me. Thank you for saying very grim things, but these are realities. At some point of time, we will have to notice that elephant in the room. It has grown too large. Now it is too huge to be driven out of the door. We may have to break open a wall or two to get it out of the room. And to convert healthcare to the healthcare service, something of beauty, something with love, where people can still live with dignity, and when the time comes, die with dignity. That needs a healthcare revolution. I am glad that that revolution is being started in PSG several years back. Dr. Balaji and colleagues, your work here in PSG of initiating palliative care and making it a central point within the hospital is great. Its value may not be immediately noticeable today. But now that India's healthcare policy of 2017 includes palliative care, and now that since 2019 palliative care is a part of medical curriculum, and now that since 2021 it's also a part of nursing curriculum, the gentle, non-violent revolution you have started is going to transform this country's healthcare. And PSG Institute, thank you for being part of that transformation, an important part of that transformation. I am very proud to be here with you and to receive that honor from Sri Vijay Kumar in the presence of Dr. Guleria and Professor Harissa. And once more, all at PSG, thank you very much for this honor. I wish you all well.
Thank you, sir. PSG proudly honors your tremendous efforts in reducing the pain of the suffering, the need for affordable health care, for allowing people to live and die with dignity. We are truly humbled. Thank you. The PSG Vishwa Jnana Ratna is a distinguished accolade presented to individuals in recognition of their exceptional contributions to global knowledge and wisdom. This distinguished honor is conferred upon those who have demonstrated outstanding expertise, profound insights, and significant achievements in their respective fields, transcending geographical and cultural boundaries. This year, the award is being presented to two individuals in celebration of their profound intellect, outstanding contributions, and a commitment to the betterment of society through the pursuit and dissemination of knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our privilege to announce the first recipient of PSG Vishwa Jnana Ratna Award, a distinguished leader and luminary in the field of medicine, Dr. Randeep Guleria. Dr. Randeep Guleria is a distinguished physician and pulmonologist renowned for his contributions to medicine in India. He completed his MBBS at Indira Gandhi Medical College, Shimla. He earned his MD in General Medicine and DM in Pulmonary and Critical Care Medicine from PG IME&R, Chandigarh. Dr. Guleria joined the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIMS, New Delhi in 1992, where he rose to become a professor and head of the Department of Pulmonary Medicine and Sleep Disorders. He has held the distinguished position of the Director of AIMS, Delhi from 2017 to 2022. He also served as a personal physician to former Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. In 2015, he was honored with the Padma Shri Award by the Government of India for his exemplary work in the field of medicine. Given the prominent medical background of his family, where both his father, a cardiologist, and brother, a surgeon, are Padma Shri awardees, Dr. Randeep Guleria's career can be seen as an extension of a legacy rooted in healthcare excellence. He has been honored with numerous prestigious accolades in recognition of his exceptional contributions to the field of medicine. These include the esteemed Dr. B.C. Roy National Award for Eminent Medical Person awarded by the Medical Council of India in 2014, the Raj Nanda and Royal College of Physicians Joint Fellowship in Pulmonary Diseases, the Lung India Award from the Indian Chest Society for the Best Original Article in Lung India, Association of the Physicians EMERC Award for Research in Chest Diseases, the Himachal Gaurav Award, and many more. Dr. Guleria has held prominent roles on the global stage. He is a member of the Scientific Advisory Group of Experts on Immunization and Influenza Vaccination for the World Health Organization and serves as a consultant to the International Atomic Energy Agency, Vienna, on radiation protection. Dr. Guleria is an elected fellow of the National Academy of Medical Sciences and serves on the editorial boards of leading medical journals, including the Indian Journal of Chest Diseases, Lung India, and the Journal of the American Medical Association. Dr. Guleria's work continues to be celebrated nationally and internationally for his outstanding contributions to respiratory medicine. He currently serves as the chairman of the Institute of Internal Medicine and Respiratory and Sleep Medicine and director of Medanta Medical School, Gurugram, Haryana. I now invite Dr. Sudha Ramalingam, Director of Research and Innovation, PSG Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, to read the scroll of honor for the PSG Jnanaratna awardee, Dr. Randeep Guleria.
PSG and Sons Charities, Coimbatore. PSG Vishwa Jnanaratna awarded to Dr. Randeep Guleria, Chairman, Institute of Internal Medicine and Respiratory and Sleep Medicine, Director, Medanta Medical School. For his exceptional contributions to the field of medicine and public health, for leading AIMS Delhi as Director, and for pioneering advancements in pulmonary medicine as the Distinguished Professor and Head of the Department of Pulmonology and Sleep Disorders at AIMS Delhi, for his role as the personal physician to former Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, for his global impact as a member of the WHO's Scientific Advisory Group of Experts on Immunization and Influenza Vaccination, and as a consultant to the International Atomic Energy Agency on Radiation Protection, for his scholarly contributions, and for being on the editorial board member for prestigious journals, including Indian Journal of Chest Diseases, Lung India, and the Journal of the American Medical Association, for being honored with the Dr. B.C. Roy National Award in 2014, and for Eminent Medical Person, and the Padma Shri in 2015 for his outstanding services in the field of medicine, awarded on the occasion of the 99th Founders' Day on 25th January 2025, signed by the Managing Trustee on behalf of the Board of Trustees.
May I now request our Managing Trustee to honor the awardee with a shawl and the Chief Guest to present the award. Now we would like to hear from Dr. Randeep in response to the award.
Good morning and thank you for your kind words. Shri Vijay Kumar, CEO and Managing Director of HCL Tech. Shri R. Gopalakrishnan, Managing Trustee, PSG and Sons. Dr. Rajagopal. Professor Jain Ramaswamy Harista. The Chairman of the Charities, Shri Karthikeyan, members of the charities and family members, esteemed dignitaries, respected colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to express my gratitude and I feel a lot of humility for accepting this PSG Vishwa Ratna Award, receiving this honors from the PSG and Sons Charities, an institution with such an illustrious legacy, is truly a privilege and one of the most meaningful moments of my professional journey. PSG and Sons Charities has been a beacon of knowledge, philanthropy and service since its inception about 100 years ago in 1926. Founded, as has already been said, by the four pioneer brothers, this charity has been instrumental in shaping the educational and social landscape in Coimbatore and the surrounding areas. For nearly a century, it has empowered communities, created opportunities and inspired countless individuals through its work in education, healthcare and social welfare. I think it is a shining example of visionary philanthropy, and in my opinion the charity has worked in areas which are crucial for any nation to prosper, and that's education, healthcare and social upliftment. If we have as a country are really to rise to become one of the topmost countries in the world, these three areas are something that we need to focus a lot. That includes education, providing healthcare which is equitable and cost effective, and being able to have social upliftment. And it's remarkable that almost 100 years ago, this was something that the four brothers thought of, and that is how this charity started, and it continues to do this pioneering work. PSG transformative impact is unparalleled. They have institutions like the PSG College of Technology, PSG Institute of Health Sciences, PSG hospitals, and this has therefore fostered excellence in all areas, and we can see that by the alumni that are present here as far as this institution is concerned. I believe, and this is what Rajagopalan also said, that as professionals, it is our duty to be able to serve humanity. And it is the principle that we must follow, that use knowledge to serve others and be able to provide service to humanity. This has been one of the guiding principles that all of us as physicians or teachers or people who are involved in education have been following. And this is something that I've followed as a pulmonologist, as a researcher, and as a healthcare administrator. This is something that also I learned and followed during the COVID-19 pandemic. That pandemic has been one of the most challenging times that we've all faced, and something which was very challenging for me in my career, because I was at that point in time the director of the All Institute of Medical Sciences, and there was a huge pressure on us to provide services and care for a pandemic about which we knew nothing. I was part of the National Task Force on COVID-19, and I had the privilege to contribute in the formulation of guidelines, be involved in public awareness campaigns, and help in capacity building initiatives. I realized that even PSG in its own way played a significant role during the pandemic by ensuring the safety of its communities and extending healthcare support. So I think what the pandemic was able to do was to bring people from all areas of society together, and people not only in the healthcare arena but in different areas came together as one and provided care for the citizenship, whether it be providing food, whether it be providing economic support, whether it be providing even things like manufacturing PPEs, masks, or other required equipment, the country came together, and I think that really showed the resilience of what India is all about. And in that way, this very institute, the PSG, also played a remarkable role as far as pandemic is concerned and as far as the development of our country is concerned. The other thing that I feel is very important in what PSG is doing is how do we nurture a young generation. The young generation of our country are our treasure, and they hold the key to the progress of our country. The task of nurturing young minds is therefore very, very important. And that is what I also felt during my tenure at AIMS, and we made it a priority to mentor medical students and young researchers, emphasizing the importance of ethics, empathy, and evidence-based practice. In today's time, where we have a lot of technology coming in, we talk a lot about the science of medicine, but I think the art of medicine is very important and is as important as the science of medicine. The empathy, the connect with the patient is as important as the high-tech equipment that looks after the patient. Your own touch and understanding the patient's thought process and being able to provide palliative care, to be able to provide care to the patient in a very empathetic manner is as important as the high-end medicine that you give, and I think sometimes even more important, as was really brought forward by Dr. Rajagopal. And I think this is something which is also what this institution is doing, that it is really providing care to all its students through quality education, through values, morals, and mentorship. I think what the other thing that the PSG is doing, which we don't really appreciate, is how it's really reaching out to remote areas and providing care and educating communities about preventive health. And this is something which I feel all institutions should endeavor to do. I'd like to share just one experience to really highlight why this is very important. While I was at the All Institute of Medical Sciences, we would see the poorest of the poor patients, sometimes patients who really did not know where they would get their next meal from. And there were people who were coming from far off places, sometimes even 500 kilometers. And once we did a study where we looked at the residence of the patient and the gender of the patient. And what we really found was that further the patients were from New Delhi, the lesser the number of women who were coming for taking care as far as health was concerned. And there is therefore a gender bias that as the distance between a tertiary care center becomes further and further, less women are actually coming forward to get health care, and it's more the men who are being provided the health care. And that is why it's very important for us to reach out to provide equitable care to everyone, no matter where they stay, because if the distance from the healthcare facility becomes more, there is going to be people who would get left out. And I'll give you one example. Many years ago, I just remember seeing a young girl who had a chronic respiratory problem. She had traveled more than 500 kilometers from central India for her care. Timely diagnosis and treatment could have averted many of the complications which this young girl had. With simple interventions, one could improve her health status. And the gratitude after receiving treatment was a powerful reminder of why we do what we do today in terms of healthcare. But it also is a big reminder that we need to do much more at primary level, and we need to focus a lot on preventive health, something that this institution and many other institutions are doing. We are, I think, probably looking at the wrong end of the tunnel. We're looking more and more into curative health, whereas I think the focus should be more and more towards preventive health. And that becomes more important as in our country the burden of disease is shifting, or has already shifted, from communicable diseases to more and more non-communicable diseases. So diseases like cancers, chronic respiratory diseases, diabetes, hypertension, heart diseases are becoming much more common as compared to infections, neonatal mortality, maternal mortality. And all of these are lifestyle related disorders, something that we can prevent if we focused a lot on preventive care. And this is something which I think is also being done by the PSG, by its community outreach efforts, whether it's through mobile health units, through educational drives. PSG exemplifies the idea of service which transcends boundaries, and I would like to congratulate the charities for doing this remarkable work. receive an award from an organization with such storied legacy is not only an honor but a reminder of the responsibility we all carry to continue to contribute meaningfully to society. The award is not just a personal milestone, it is a testament to the collective efforts of many, and I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to PSG and Son Charities for this recognition and for inspiring us all with a legacy of service, to my colleagues and mentors who have guided and supported me throughout my career, to my family whose unwavering support has been a great strength, and most of us who work as clinicians or work in various areas sacrifice a lot of our family time for time which is involved in patient care or teaching, and therefore I would like to take this opportunity to really thank my family who have been my greatest strength. This recognition motivates me to contribute, to strive for excellence and contribute to a healthier and more equitable world. This is something that we should all strive to do. As I stand here today, I am reminded of the words of Mahatma Gandhi and two statesmen that he said. One is, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others, and I think that is something very, very important. And that an ounce of practice is more than a ton of preaching. So it's more to practice than keep on preaching. And PSG and Son Charities has embodied these principles for nearly a century, and therefore it is a privilege to be associated with this legacy. I would like to pledge to uphold the values this award represents and to work tirelessly for the advancement of healthcare, education, and community welfare. Thank you once again for this tremendous honor. It's a moment that I'll cherish forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for conveying that prevention is for the wonderful message that medicine or healthcare is an art as well as science, and for identifying that gender bias exists in the healthcare system and addressing to that. PSG is honored to recognize and celebrate your well-deserved achievements with immense pride.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pride and honor that I announce our next recipient of the PSG Vishwanyana Ratna Award to Professor Jayant Ramaswamy Haritsa. An illustrious personality in the world of computational and data sciences, sir, is a profound privilege to introduce Professor Haritsa, whose groundbreaking research has had a transformative impact in the field of database systems and data mining. His innovative contributions to query optimization across diverse database environments have paved way for advancements in computational sciences on a global scale. Professor Haritsa is a HAG professor at the Department of Computational and Data Sciences and Department of Computer Science and Automation at IISc Bengaluru. Professor Haritsa's academic journey is nothing short of extraordinary. A distinguished alumnus of IIT Madras, he pursued his MS and PhD in computer science at the University of Wisconsin, Madison, USA. Professor Haritsa's rich experience includes Microsoft India Research, IBM India Research Labs, and Bell's Labs USA. Professor Jayant Haritsa's illustrious of computer science and engineering. Notably, he was awarded the Infosys Prize of $1 lakh in groundbreaking work for the field of engineering and computer science by the Infosys Science Foundation in 2014. Sir has also earned the Shanti Swaroop Bhatnagar Prize for Engineering Sciences from the CSIR Government of India in 2009. Haritsa's recognition further extends to the ACCS CDAC Foundation Award, the IISc Distinguished Alumnus Award for Excellence in Research and Engineering, and the Distinguished Alumnus Award from IIT Madras. His achievements in research were also acknowledged through the Hariom Ashram Prerit Dr. Vikram Sarabhai Research Award from PRL Government of India in 2007 and the Swarna Jayanti Fellowship in Engineering Sciences from the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Additionally, Professor Haritsa was honored with the Sir C.V. Raman Young Scientist Award in Computer Science from the Government of Karnataka. These prestigious awards highlight his enduring impact on the scientific community and his relentless pursuit of excellence. Professor Haritsa has made significant contributions to leading journals and publications in the field of computer science. It is a great honor to present the PSG Vishwanyana Ratna Award to Professor Jayant Ramaswamy Haritsa, whose unparalleled achievements continue to inspire and shape the future of technology and education. I now invite Professor P.V. Mohan Ram, Secretary, PSG Institute of Technology and Applied Research, to read the scroll of honor for the PSG Vishwanyana Ratna presented to Professor Jayant Ramaswamy Haritsa.
Very good morning to all. PSG and Sons Charities, Coimbatore, the prestigious PSG Vishwanyana Ratna Award for the year 2025 awarded to Dr. Jayant R. Haritsa. He is an honorary academic grade professor in the Department of Computational Data Science and Department of Computer Science and Automation in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, for his remarkable academic accomplishments in computer science, for holding leadership roles including Chair of the Department of Computer Science and Automation and President of ACM, that is Association for Computing Machinery India Council, for receiving prestigious honors such as Infosys Prize in the year 2014, also the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize during the year 2009, and the Distinguished Alumnus Award from IIT Madras during the year 2012, also for being elected the Fellow of esteemed organizations including IEEE. He is also the Fellow of ACM, which is the Association for Computing Machinery, Fellow of INSA, that is Indian National Science Academy, Fellow of IAS, the Indian Academy of Sciences. Further, he is endorsed for contributing significantly to the database systems research, earning him global recognition. Moreover, for authoring numerous high-impact publications and serving on editorial boards of leading journals. In addition, for chairing and organizing several international conferences such as SIGMOD, VLDB, also for mentoring countless students and researchers, and for fostering advancements in computational and data sciences research with innovative approaches. Awarded on the occasion of 99th Founders' Day on 25th January 2025, signed by the Managing Trustee on behalf of the Board of Trustees. We are indeed proud and happy to honor you, sir.
I now request our Managing Trustee to honor the awardee with a shawl and the Chief Guest to present the award. Now, we would like to hear from Professor Haritsa in response to the award.
Good morning and vanakkam to all the distinguished awardees, guests, management, organizers, and this great audience here in this wonderful ambience and auditorium. I'm really humbled and would like to express my deep gratitude to the management as well as the selection committee for recognizing our contributions and bestowing this great honor on our, it's not just my work, it's also the work of a large group of students in our lab. And I'm especially delighted since I come from a family of doctors. I was the one who was not smart enough to become a doctor, so I became an engineer instead. So coming from a family of doctors, including my grandfather who founded the medical surgery department at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, to be included in the company of such august medical stalwarts like Dr. Rajagopal and Dr. Guleria. Of course, I'm a midget in comparison to the achievements that they have made, where they have had grassroots effects. And Dr. Rajagopal was talking about palliative care and pain. I hope that we have not bestowed too much pain on our students, and we have actually looked after them well. So, thanks to my location in academia, which is for the last 3 decades or so, it is no surprise that I am actually quite familiar with the PSG group of institutions in general, and specifically with the PSG College of Technology. In fact, many of our best students who came for graduate studies to the Indian Institute of Science had their genesis and initial training here in Coimbatore. And several of my faculty colleagues in IISc, Professor Shiva Omapati, Professor A.G. Ramakrishnan, Professor Chokalingam, and so on, have all been proud alumni of the PSG Tech. And not only my friends, some of my close relatives also have studied in this exceptional institution, and I've always had very warm memories of their association with PSG, the trust, as well as the institutions that it has set up over the past centuries. So, when Professor Nadarajan informed me of this award, after the initial excitement, of course, I started saying that although I just know about the PSG institutions, I was curious to dig a little deeper into it. And thanks to a wonderful coffee book that they sent me, a coffee table book, which gives the entire history of the PSG's trust with lavishly photographed and gives all the historical details, I learned a lot more about it. And what I then realized is that although we may think that the founding day of the PSG Trust, which is January 25th, is just a day away from Republic Day. This may look like a serendipitous coincidence, but actually there is a subliminal connection between the two. Yeah. So, when people talk about Independence Day and Republic Day, they often say they're essentially the same. But that's actually not true. Independence Day told us that we will not be ruled by foreign or colonial powers. It said who will not be the rulers. It didn't say who will be the rulers. Yeah. And it was quite possible in our country that we could have gone like many of our neighbors, where we could have had a monarchy system like we had in Nepal and Thailand and so on, or we could have had military rule, which we have seen in Pakistan, Bangladesh and so on, or it could have been the rule of the elite. But it is only on Republic Day, on January 26, 1950, that we actually said who would be the rulers of the country. And it was not just of the people and for the people. Our constitution ensured that it was by the people. So it was this egalitarian notion of people power, that visionary ideals of the framers of our constitution, led by Bharat Ratna Baba Saheb Ambedkar, which has essentially made our country what it is today. And what is very interesting is that this same vision of social justice and egalitarianism and power to everybody, independent of their backgrounds and their educational accomplishments or their economic situation and so on, also permeated the thinking of the PSG founders and their subsequent generations. And what is amazing is that, look at the name of the school, Sarva Jana School, that is all people. And this was done in 1926, 25 years before the Indian Constitution. So I would like to claim that it is quite likely that our Constitution framers gained inspiration from the PSG College and the because the same ideals are embodied there in 26 years back. And I also found something remarkable when I looked at the history. Although we say that PSG Tech was started in 1951, which was even prior to the other IITs in India, the original institute, PSG Industrial Institute, was formed in 1826, 200 years back, right? Which is just, I mean, it's mind-boggling to think of the vision that these people had at that time when we were already under colonial rule and making a living itself was hard. They were thinking far ahead. And therefore, it is no surprise that thanks to their not only pivotal contributions but pioneering contributions, that Coimbatore became known as the Manchester of India, thanks to the cotton textile industry here. And there were, people talked about Mahatma Gandhi's appreciation and the quotations that he had for public service. Mahatma Gandhi also visited the Sarva Jana School. He was very impressed with the name of it. And Coimbatore also played a leading role in the freedom movement. And this is testified by the fact that Mahatma Gandhi came not once, but 3 times to Coimbatore. And the PSG Charities and Trust also played an important role in furthering the freedom movement. So we should be really thankful to them. And at the beginning, we had this wonderful rendition and invocation of the Tyagaraja Pancharatna Kirtana in the Sri Ragam, the Enaro Mahanubhavulu. These are the true Mahanubhavulus. 200 years back, they have thought about these kinds of ideals far beyond what was happening in the world around them, and they were already thinking of a great India. And I see that, and the reason that I was so impressed by this is that we have had a similar inspiration for our institute, which is the Indian Institute of Science, which came about because of, again, the idealism and vision of 3 people, the Maharaja of Mysore, Nalwadi Krishnaraja Vadiyar IV, then J.N. Tata, who provided the initial funds, the Maharaja gave the land for free, and Swami Vivekananda gave the philosophy for starting the institution. Okay? So when we look at this kind of forethought and in some sense an inspirational vision of the world, we should all feel very happy that we can continue the legacy of such remarkable individuals. Also, another great person who came from Coimbatore, as you would know, is the well-known CS, or C. Subramaniam, who was in Pandit Nehru's cabinet itself. He was also subsequently finance minister, he was the defense minister, and also the governor of Maharashtra. So, again, I would like to put on record that the PSG institutions, the PSG Trust, the PSG Charities, we have to salute them for what they have done. So now I'll just switch gears and talk about the computing research that we have done, which has led to this recognition. So if you look at computer science, essentially it has 3 vertical pillars. One is theoretical computer science, which focuses on problem complexities, algorithms, data structures, mathematical logic, and so on. And then you have what was earlier called as artificial intelligence and knowledge representation, which today is better known as machine learning and AI and generative AI foundation models and so on. And then that was the second pillar. And then the third pillar is computer systems, where you actually build computing platforms. So at the time I came back from the US to India, this is about 3 decades ago, and joined the Indian Institute of Science. We had very good people working and with accomplishments in the first, that is in theoretical computer science, as well as in intelligent systems. And this was true across all the institutions in the country. We had a very strong foundation, especially in theoretical computer science. Not surprising, given that we had the genius of number theory, Srinivasa Ramanujam, in our midst. And then this has continued on. We have had the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. Then in Chennai, we have the Chennai Mathematical Institute, the Institute for Mathematical Sciences, and so on. And in fact, last year, this award was given to Professor Manindra Agarwal from IIT Kanpur, who is currently the director there, for his wonderful work on primality testing in computer science. Okay? So we have had a very rich and strong tradition theory, and that was largely also because the fact that it does not require much of resources or capital resources. If you have a pen and a paper, or you have a chalk and a board, you can get to work immediately. But when it comes to computer systems, we have had very few people working in these areas. And when I say computer, and you might think that this is surprising, given the fact that we have had such a successful software industry, with HCL, of course, being one of the leading purveyors of this software. In fact, I think it was our misfortune that we could not attract Mr. Vijay Kumar to come and do a PhD in our institute. Okay? We would have loved to have had him, because of the kind of research that you saw already that he had done, he would have been an exceptional PhD student. So, but despite that, we will see that much of the software industry in India is focused on the services and the applications. And they have been phenomenally successful, of course, and they have transformed society. There is no question about that. But at some stage, it would be good to also look at the underlying computing platforms, looking at foundational concepts, and looking at building of products. So just to give you an analogy, almost all of us here know how to drive a car. Okay? Most of us drive it badly, of course, in Indian roads, but all of us know how to drive a car or a two-wheeler and so on. Okay? But very few of us are able to lift the hood of the car and explain how the internal combustion engine works. Okay? Whether it is a rotary engine, or whether it's a piston engine, whether it's turbocharged or whether it's supercharged, whether it is front-wheel drive or whether it's back-wheel drive. Okay? And I'm sure most of you would have seen the Fast and Furious movies, at least one of them. There's about 10 of them. Okay? You would see that they have all these things like saying, let's put nitro into the engine and make it go much faster. And there's actually a nice physical principle which relates to partial pressures of gases, which causes the additional power that you have. So many of us know what is under the hood. And this is true even of computing platforms. So because most of our software industry uses these tools like computer architecture, or operating systems, or compilers, or database systems, or computer networks, they essentially use this as a black box and saying that we are build very potent applications on top of it. So that certainly there is a role to be played there, but someday or the other, it is the people who are going to be creating these initial platforms, or will be creating the engines for development, which will be required. And especially, Mr. Vijay Kumar already talked about the transformative effect of generative AI. It's also possible that much of the services software industry may have to completely change or morph their way of thinking, because now the routine coding can be done by machines itself. So in our lab, we have consciously tried to always work on the nuts and bolts of computer systems, and in particular, we worked on database engines, which was the area in which I had done my doctoral dissertation. And over the years, we have been able to have significant impact on both the industrial vendors as well as on academic institutions. And just to give you an example, in around 2005, we were able to develop a visualization tool called Picasso, which actually showed that much of the engineering within the systems that are used ubiquitously for all the kinds of daily activities you have, whether you're doing UPI payments, whether you're doing airline reservation, whether you are doing educational grades, whatever you have, much of this is badly engineered inside the systems. People were not aware of this, and we were actually able to expose that there were systemic problems within how this software was constructed, and also be able to suggest fixes to them. And more recently, in our 2014, we were able to solve a 50-year-old statistical modeling problem in the database world. Until then, people said that only Rajnikant can solve this problem, nobody else can do it. But we were able to actually look at the problem in a different way, and for the first time, we were able to come up with robust performance guarantees on SQL query execution, which is essentially the backbone of almost all data processing applications. So I'm just giving the examples to show that it's important to be also working not at just the higher end of the food chain, but also working in the guts of the systems. And some of the faculty and the students here at PSG have also been now involved in this exercise, and we are very happy that they are again not just doing well, they are leading the way that we should be thinking and taking the computing community forward. So I should also mention in this context that in 2020, recognizing the huge impact that Coimbatore has had on Indian computing, we wanted to host the annual event, which is the flagship event of the ACM India, that's the Association for Computing Machinery, the India chapter of ACM, which is the world's largest computing organization. It's the equivalent of IEEE in the computer world, and was started, in fact, curiously enough, September 15, 1947, just a month after India's independence. So we wanted to hold it here in Coimbatore, but unfortunately COVID struck, and despite Dr. Guleria's best efforts, we could not get rid of it quickly. So we said, okay, this year it's gone, but sooner or later COVID will disappear, we will do it next year. And again, next year also we were unable to host it here, but the good news is that in about a month's time, on March 1st, we will be finally holding it in Coimbatore at PSG Tech. Okay? So we'd look forward to all your participation in this flagship event, and I hope that this will give a new fillip to the computing community in Coimbatore. So with this, I would like to again express my thanks for this wonderful recognition, and looking forward to the centenary of the PSG Charities, which is coming up next year, and hope to have continued engagement with this kind of an inspiring community and environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, and really appreciate you for your impactful words. Your address has left us inspired and invigorated. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating the outstanding achievements of our respected awardees with a hearty round of applause.
May I now request the chairman of PSG and Sons Charities, Sri G.R. Karthikeyan sir, to join our managing trustee and the awardees on the dais to capture this beautiful moment through a photograph. Sri G.R. Karthikeyan has been the driving force behind fostering a strong sense of purpose and core values within PSG institutions. He is a visionary leader who embraces change, takes bold steps, and leads with unwavering purpose and conviction. Having come to the end of our Founders' Day celebrations, may I call upon Dr. K. Prakashan, Principal, PSG College of Technology, to propose the vote of thanks.
respected dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries of the dais, and all other honorable members of this august gathering, ladies and gentlemen, and dear students. We have reached the concluding session of PSG and Sons Charities 99th Foundation Day celebrations. Through this vote of thanks, I pay my humble tributes on my behalf and on all of us to the founding fathers. All of us are indebted to PSG and Sons Charities and to PSG institutions for providing us with an opportunity to work for the noble mission of providing education to a large number of students across disciplines and to serve the society. We are fortunate to participate in such a grand function held in a very auspicious month where everything has a strong influence of the number 9, a very auspicious number that harbinger growth for the centuries to come. Number 9 represents grandson. I thank the management for all the visionary efforts in organizing such functions where the excellence achieved through education and research and service rendered as passion are honored. We thank the great organization HCL Technologies and the chief guest Shri C. Vijaykumar, CEO and MD of HCL Tech, for gracing the function as the chief guest and honoring the awardees. We express our sincere gratitude to Shri Shivanadar Padma Bhushan, the founder of HCL, for all the support extended to the students of PSG College of Technology in terms of big scholarships, supporting systems to complete their engineering education. A very big contribution to the development of Dr. GRD Science and Technology Museum from Sri Shivanadar and the chief guest are also gratefully acknowledged. Thank you, sir, for your presence and kind gesture. My sincere thanks to our respected Managing Trustee, PSG and Sons Charities, Sri L. Gopalakrishnan sir, for all the guidance presiding over the function and addressing all of us and conferring the awards jointly with the chief guest. Thank you, sir. The innovations in the conduct of Founders' Day celebrations and expansion of functional units of PSG and Sons Charities to stay relevant can be brought in by personalities who think differently and deliberate with objective analysis. This personality is none other than the chairman, Sri G.R. Karthikeyan sir. Thank you for your presence and guidance, sir. Thank you. During COVID, we lived with fear. We have listened to you, sir, in TV, several discussions. Your articulations were so lucid that anyone can understand the simple techniques for keeping ourselves free from infections. That comes from great learning. And thank you for your presence here and accepting our invitation to receive the Vishwa Jnanaratna Award from PSG and Sons Charities. The former director, AIMS, Professor Randeep Guleria. Your advice to the government at the appropriate time has saved many lives. Thank you. We thank Dr. M.R. Rajagopal, the director of Trivandrum Institute of Palliative Sciences. When we listen to you, we remember Lord Buddha, who could feel the pain of people, the body, physical pain as well as the pain of the soul. I think those thoughts are flowing through you like a soothing touch and soothing word. Thank you for that. Thank you, Professor Jayant Ramaswamy Harishta, Higher Administrative Grade Professor, Department of Computer Science, Indian Institute of Science, for being with us and receiving the PSG Vishwa Jnanaratna Award, acknowledging your valuable contributions in the field of computing. IISc has a legacy in the field of computing, started first in India under the chairmanship of Dr. I.G. Sharma from IIT Kanpur. We thank all PSG family members for their presence, expanding the aura of this function. My sincere thanks to all the trust board members who collectively provide guidelines for growth and monitor the progress of the institutions towards the achievement of various targets. Thank you, our respected heads of institutions, for your gracious presence, who endeavor towards excellence with the support of various faculty members, deans, teachers, staff, and students. I thank all of them. Alumni of PSG institutions are spread all over the globe and keep themselves connected to the alma mater through their respective alumni associations. There are very prominent alumni who continuously support their alma mater. I thank all the alumni associations and office bearers of alumni associations of various PSG institutions. Press and media, these events deserve apt publicity for the benefit of the society, because society gets awareness on the noble deeds of PSG and Sons charities in promoting excellence and social service. I thank the media and the press for the coverage of the program and dissemination of the news through papers and TV channels. A great and big thanks to PSG IMS&R team under the guidance of the principal for all the wonderful arrangements and a great hospitality extended to all of us. Thank you, dear students, for your active participation. I thank each one of you for your good wishes, and we continue to seek your good wishes. My best wishes to all of you for the year 2025, and thank you once again for the opportunity given. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As we draw the curtains on this remarkable event, let us collectively reaffirm our commitment to the ongoing quest for excellence and significance. Our 99th anniversary is not only a time to look back at our proud history, but also to look forward to the exciting opportunities that lie ahead. As we prepare to celebrate our centennial next year, we are filled with gratitude for our past and optimism for the future, ready to continue evolving and making a meaningful difference for the next generation. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for gracing this event with your precious time and attention. Now, if you could all kindly rise and join us in honoring our country by singing the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you once again for being part of this momentous occasion. And before we conclude, let me also inform you all to kindly join us for lunch, as your presence is most welcome. May you all have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.